Brooklyn Dodgers on today.
What up, though?
What up?
It's Friday. Let's get it popping, right?
Let's chop it up.
Let's chop it up.
The Jeff Fox Show, brought to you by Remix Sports Media.
Bills. More Bills. More Bills.
Hey.
More Bills.
Hey, don't do Destiny Child. Bills. Hey, Jeff Fox.
No, man.
What up, baby?
I am overwhelmed, man, with Bills, man. Like you know.
Woo! Jeff, I've been there, man, where they be knocking on your door, you be hiding, the bill guy, you don't like shh, you may not know we're in here. Didn't even want to open the mailbox, bro. So much stuff in there.
Holy Toledo. Hey, man, we ain't been here since last Friday. I'm overwhelmed. Hey, you know what? It is payday Friday, man. So y'all can help us out, man, because this stuff costs money. All right, so donate to the show. Why don't you?
At the bottom of the screen, folks. Help brothers out. Come on.
$ Radio Host 1 on the Cash App. You can Zelle me or Venmo, PayPal. All the info's right there, man. Support us, man. We'll be here more often. We got some big plans for football season. There's a lot we can do if you guys help us out. So hopefully more of you will get it.
Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe on YouTube. It helps us subscribe. We want to keep the show going.
Yep. Like, share, subscribe. Spread the word, man. You know, it's Jeff Fox here along with Fitz Davis. Jenny Jones, unfortunately, has jury duty.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jenny. Jeff, we got to help Jenny. When they ask you the questions, guilty.
I think Jenny having jury duty reminds me of the time Martin had to do jury duty, and he wanted to go home so bad because Gina was ovulating.
Oh,
and Cole wouldn't. They couldn't come to a decision on the trial, and they kept ordering Chinese food and all kinds of stuff. It was hilarious, man. Martin got to be the funniest TV show of all time.
Yeah. Well, okay. I ain't gonna argue with you on Friday. But
I mean, give me another one. Like, is either
Martin
or Sanford and Son. I mean, and you kind of age yourself with the Sanford and Son, but they were all time funny. Like,
we're gonna have to have a side show about. We're gonna table the funniest shows and rank them like a 16 seed to a 1 seed.
What's funny?
Martin was probably a top 4 seed. Martin might be a top 4 seed.
Top 4. Top 4.
Sanford got to be a top 4 seed. Fred G. Sanford. He'd be a 1 seed in the West, right?
Fred G. Sanford would be either Jordan or Kobe. I mean, or Jordan or LeBron.
I'm trying to think of a comedy show.
And I think Martin would be the Michael. That's got to be the funniest show.
What about Living Color? A few years it was on.
Not even close.
No,
man. Martin, bruh. You want me to get some clips for you?
No.
Yeah. I can get you some clips. Like, nah, man. GTD got
Martin.
the
Wow.
draws.
Wait,
Tommy didn't work nowhere.
what about the Jamie Foxx show?
That was pretty good. Not sure that was all time funny though, but it was good, entertaining, serious at times. The '90s were great.
They had some comedy.
Yeah, the '90s were great. Living Single.
I used to watch them. That's just you're right, Jeff. I because when I go back to Good Times and stuff and the Jeffersons, I used to love the Jeffersons, love Good Times, but Good Times you had a lot of serious topics though. They
Yeah, it
did.
taught us a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
We grew up with Good Times, and it wasn't always good times.
No.
You
Well,
know?
they were broke, boy. They win a lottery ticket, Jeff, and somebody couldn't find it.
Yeah. James Evans was a badass though. That was my pops, James Evans. And
George Jefferson.
yeah, he got mellow in his old age.
Mhm.
He ain't so mean no more. But yeah, I would have Martin at number one. I don't care who you want at number two.
Okay, I'm gonna put Sanford Sun. We have to maybe Sanford Sun at least no less than a 4 seed. Fred
Number
G. Sanford.
two. Those two have to be top two. I've never seen a funnier TV show than any of them. Than Martin or Fred Sanford. It's something to think about. It's a little bit of homework. Do some research.
Yeah. You got me today because I was thinking about the Florida Panthers, and you dropped me with Martin. And I'm like, ooh, I
Yeah.
gotta get my mind around comedy, you know.
Yeah.
Because we are watching some comedy with some of these teams that's going on in basketball. There's some comedy.
The cats are where it's at right now. How about the Panthers, man? How about that? A rematch.
Bob.
Yeah. I mean, for once, well, I mean, the Panthers handled their business in 5 games, and so did the Carolina Hurricanes.
No, Edmonton Oilers.
I mean, Carolina
Yeah,
Hurricanes.
they handled the business against Carolina in
Yeah.
5 games. Yeah, both teams, Edmonton and Florida, they dispatched of their competition. They knocked out the Stars, Dallas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
this gonna be good.
Remember the great Edmonton teams?
Ooh, did you
Of course.
follow hockey?
Yeah, I did. I only watched the Stanley Cup though, or the playoffs. I didn't. I was that dude at the hockey game that really didn't know the game, but acted like he knew.
Let me get this straight. A Bahamian brother,
Yeah,
deep in the bottom. Now I was up in Connecticut, up there north, but you was down south, and you was following hockey like me.
I was there watching the game, acting like I knew the game, getting excited, but didn't know what the hell was going on. All I know is it's more fun in person than watching it on TV.
Do you know what it reminds me of as I started watching when my son started playing soccer? It's like soccer on ice with less people.
Yeah.
Because when you make a mistake in soccer, like at that Premier League, it's like boom, 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 they're gone. And you watch it in NHL, they make a mistake around center ice with that puck. They gone, man, and they on the goalie so fast. And yeah, but I used to watch it when I was a little younger, like you, and Wayne Gretzky. Because I lived in around the city of Hartford. I lived up in around the Hartford, Connecticut area. And when I was young, Jeff, Gordie Howe and his sons came and played for the Whalers, who are now the Carolina Hurricanes.
Right.
And
Right.
Wayne Gretzky used to be with a team called Indianapolis. Then they went to Edmonton. And then they were in the WHA. And man, he had Mark Messier. They could score goals. They looked like Indiana Pacers in basketball. They up and down the hockey. And man, those Edmonton teams, they were good.
When I was growing up, the the great teams were the Montreal Canadiens.
Yep.
And then the New York Islanders. And
Philly.
eventually,
Yeah, Philadelphia broke in there for a minute with the Broad Street Bullies. They was in there a little bit, but then
remember those
you're
great
right.
Louis teams?
Hmm?
I think it was it St. Louis? St. Louis Blues.
The Blues, you hit on it. It was the Canadians had a dynasty. The Islands had a dynasty, and Edmonton had a dynasty, and then the Red Wings had the latest dynasty.
That's who I was talking about.
Detroit Red Wings.
Mm-hmm. What up, though? Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, man, they were killing it back. Yzerman, they had all the guys. They were good. Late 90s, early 2000s.
So the first time the Florida Panthers made the finals, we got swept by the Colorado
Avalanche.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that hurt. Like, we just wanted one win, because we were so excited. This was back in 96.
Just want to we happy to be there.
Yeah, we were just happy to be there. Now it's like they almost expect to win the cup. Like, when they got to the cup again this year, the celebration was kind of mild. It's like they expected to be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 straight years.
Mm-hmm.
And they won it for the first time last year, and we'll never forget.
23 seconds left. 2-1 Panthers. Fans to their feet. Bouchard has missed Draisaitl. Down to our right. Forsling in the corner. He'll try and hold this. 10 seconds left. 2-1 Panthers. A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Lord Stanley is coming home. You always will have a place in South Florida. Oh my God!
The Panthers have won the Stanley Cup for the first time in franchise history.
Yeah!
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it.
Stanley Cup champions!
The Florida Panthers are the 2024 Stanley Cup champions.
Oh, hey Jay. Hey Jeff. That was some very objective analysis. They weren't homers, were they? No. What team were they? What network were they working for?
Let's do it again.
Yeah, that dude was standing on a chair in the background.
That was a hell of a celebration. They were in Club Live. They were on the beach. They were everywhere. And good morning to everybody in the chat room. Magic City says it. We want all the smoke. We want all the smoke. That was a great call, by the way.
Yeah. Those guys, man. Again, they were very objective.
Yeah.
Broadcasters.
Very great analysts.
They were calling it right down the middle.
Right down the middle. Like, that was happiness, man. And that was a year ago. Now it's like we expect to be here. Now it's just a business trip.
Jeff, but that series last year was a classic. I don't know if people don't understand. Florida was up 3-0. And it got the 3-3. And they got the game 7 and they won 2-1.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, whoa.
Like we just expected not to win because the year before we didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
We made it back, and then we're up 3-0, and then, it's almost as if the glass slipper fell off.
Mm-hmm.
And reality was about to kick in, and we would be disappointed again. Not meant to happen. They came back, and they won. And the celebration, even when they had the parade, it rained that day.
Really?
It rained a lot, yeah. But they still celebrated like you won't believe, all over South Florida. And I got to give me a Florida Panthers shirt, a jersey, and a couple of shirts, too.
Okay. This is the first rematch since the Penguins played the Red Wings back in 09. I think
Man,
they played 2 years in a row when they had Sidney Crosby went against I think one year
Mario.
the Red Wings won it, then one year Pittsburgh won it.
Was it
Yep.
Mario with Pittsburgh?
No, Mario was gone. This is Sidney Crosby early on in his career. Sidney, Sid the Kid. But this shows you how good both of these programs are, Edmonton and Florida, because everybody's coming after both of them, Jeff. You know, when you win, everybody coming after you, man. Florida was the target in the East. Everybody was building their team to beat them, and they cut through everybody again.
You know what's going on in South Florida? Everybody's looking at the Panthers now, and then if you're a Dolphin fan, you're looking at the Dolphins like, hey, what's wrong with you? Look at them. Why you can't be like them?
Hey,
everybody's looking at the Heat. Well, the Heat have a couple of chips, so you can kind of get by with them. But you look at the Dolphins, you look at the Marlins, and the Panthers right now are the standard.
You got the Panthers, you got the Miami Hurricanes football, you got the Dolphins, Miami Heat, Miami Marlins, and they're right now, they just like they running through mud, aren't they?
Magic City says the Panthers' new nickname is the Standard. The Standard. Yes. The standard has been set in South Florida. And you know what else they do? They get rejects from other teams, like my old Raiders used to do.
Oh, stop it.
Seriously. I had to throw in a Raider reference.
Every conversation, you always find a way to sneak the Raiders. Did I tell you I used to like the Raiders?
but you know what? For real, like Brad Marchand, didn't he come from somewhere else? Like he's been a veteran in this league
he
for a long time.
Toronto or somebody? No, Boston. I think he played with the Bruins. Brad Marchand. I think he's with the Bruins when they won.
Now he's with us. And you know what? He's going to the Stanley Cup final.
Brad, congratulations. 6 months ago, I bet nobody thought they'd see you heading to the Stanley Cup final wearing this sweater. But here we are. What does it mean to you to get the opportunity to compete for a Stanley Cup at this stage in your career?
Yeah, it's special. You've been around for a while, and you realize how few opportunities you have to be part of something like this. Just enjoying every moment. Very grateful for the opportunity. And yeah, you're right. I definitely didn't expect to be here in this jersey, but I'm very happy I am.
You told me a couple of days ago there's points, big moments in your career that you don't even remember, that you really want to make sure you take it all in. So what are you taking in right now?
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of an odd feeling. We're extremely excited to be going to the finals, but, the job's not done. And it kind of feels like we ended any other series, and there's still a huge job to do. So we're looking ahead, but definitely excited about the opportunity and trying to take this moment in for sure.
Barkov came up with a huge play on that game-winning goal. You've played with some pretty elite leaders in your time, Patrice Bergeron, Zdeno Chara. If hockey fans need to know one thing about Sasha Barkov, what is it?
Yeah, he's incredible. That was a big-time play. He's leading from the front this entire playoffs, and he came up with a few huge plays, even to get us going on the first goal. A great pinch by him, kept the puck in, and we scored shortly after that. So that's what he does. He leads from the front every day, and incredible. Just so much more respect after playing with him than just playing against him.
Well, Brad, it feels like you've been a Panther forever. You've got a tradition to get to. Are they going to fire these rats at you harder than ever, or what?
Better hurt like hell today.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
yeah, baby.
I told you I remembered his name, Marchand. He was with Boston forever. That guy was a Bruin.
That's their Ray Allen, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, he was with Boston 16 years, man. The Bruins. I knew he was there I said, Brad Marchand. He played when they won the title when Boston was really good, the Bruins. And he just got to Florida.
They were alternating Super Bowls and Stanley Cups. Wish we could do that, but
oh yes, right. The Celtics last year.
The Celtics, and they had the Patriots alternating championships, but we have the Panthers and we have
Hurricanes. Let's put it out there. Miami Hurricane football. Let's put it out there.
We'll put it out there.
Put it out
Let's
there in the universe, baby. Put it out there. It ain't gonna be the Heat. It ain't gonna be the Marlins.
yeah. It ain't gonna be one.
It ain't gonna be the Dolphins either.
It won't be.
Well, hey, after watching the Pacers and the Knicks, and we think about our Heat, how far we got to go, Jeff? Damn.
Yeah. It's gonna be a while. I just watched a clip of the Miami Heat when they won the Eastern Conference just 2 years ago against the Boston Celtics.
With he who named we won't name, right?
Yeah, and he was the Eastern Conference MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He was that dude.
Was.
And as an 8th seed.
Was that dude.
To the finals. Those type of things don't happen. Sometimes they happen in hockey, but they don't normally happen. So, I mean, we're thrilled about our Panthers. I am. And,
Jeff, your boy did the Heat bad, though, man. It's getting worse as you watch this series and you're watching Oklahoma City and we're watching what's going down with the NBA. He really did the Heat wrong, bro.
I don't really want to get into it, but because I'm gonna go deep and I'm on Jimmy's side. Like even 2 years ago, Fitz, when we made it, it was all Jimmy, man. Like, come on, man. Like,
okay, my bad, dredging up old stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, OKC, your girl, like she's not here today. Go OKC, go OKC. Hey, man, they look like a powerhouse, Jeff.
Yeah. And I don't love it because they're a small market team. I want to see stars. You know what I mean? Like besides SGA, who else do you really know from OKC? Who are these guys?
Yeah.
Like, who are these guys? Like, give me a KD, man. Give me LeBron. Give me Steph. Give me Draymond. Give me somebody I know, not these bunch of unknown and just I don't want to see them.
Stop.
I don't.
You're stargazer.
I'm the old guy in the club, man, because
the old guy in the club.
In the club, man. It ain't nothing but a scrawl. What we used to do back in the day.
Yeah. Walk 19 miles to school.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, when you look at them and the way they are built, all the draft choices they have, the talent. Somebody said something. They said they reminded them of an old San Antonio team. Small market, no drama. They kind of know who the dude is. Everybody falls in line. SGA is their guy.
You don't see that in the NBA, especially.
No, man. It's just it's too much attitude and just entitlement.
Jealousy. Always. It's just always something with great teams. And you know what? We are in the midst of a great run here in South Florida with these Florida Panthers. And I didn't really realize what was going on. We're in the midst of some greatness, Fitz.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the midst of greatness. Like you mentioned it earlier, second straight final with the same two teams.
Yeah.
From a year ago.
And they do a double. Yeah.
How about the Edmonton Oilers, right? Like they showed last year how they felt in the locker room after the Panthers beat them. And nothing like the way they hung their heads in the dressing room and how devastating it was to come all the way back. And not get it done.
Yeah.
Now they get a chance to redeem themselves. But hopefully we can knock them out again.
It says a lot about them, Jeff, because we've seen teams in different sports when they lose a championship, like in a series, a lot of them go in the tank. They don't come back, man. They a lot of them don't even make the playoffs. Think about watch the NBA or NFL. Sometimes they might get in the first round of the playoffs. They're gone. This team, I mean, think about it. They lost a seventh game, 2-1. It was a close game. They probably thought about that all off season. And to be able, I don't know if fans really understand like what these guys go through at this end of the season. They're not really getting paid. Okay, they get paid through the regular season. They're getting a share. So when they're out there playing these series like the Panthers and the Oilers, it's pride, dog. I
Yeah.
mean, the money they're not getting the money. It's just getting like what they call a share. The first guy and the 25th guy get the same amount, and they're putting it on the line, man. And they want it, and it hurts, bro. You get that close, and they all want their name on that cup because that's immortality in hockey. They put everybody's name on a. They grind the names into like a little piece of that year. Like the Panthers' name was going to be on that cup.
Yeah.
Or-
Will it matter that Edmonton this year is going to have home ice? Because Game 7 came down to Game 7 last year, and that was here in South Florida. If it comes down to Game 7 again, it'll be in Edmonton.
Yes.
Does that?
That's I think the seventh game in hockey, just in hockey. That crowd, man, they can carry you. But hockey too. You mentioned earlier one of our shows where hot goalie and sometimes home court doesn't mean anything, home ice doesn't mean anything. But I think the seventh game in basketball, baseball, and hockey, if you got it at home,
I always thought it was a wild card with hockey. You know, like it didn't really matter. Like I've seen some weird stuff happen in hockey. I've seen home teams go 0-2 and then win 2 on the road. You know, but I mean, on a confidence level, I'm pretty confident about these Florida Panthers. They're onto something special.
this is what I will say. The Panthers need to do it in 6.
Yeah.
Don't go back to Edmonton. Yeah, I agree with you, Rodney. It's rare to get championship rematches. I know we had it with Golden State and Cleveland basketball for a few years. It's hard to get a rematch because what it takes to get back. Yeah. Ooh,
And
Magic City thinks Florida and Tampa will run hockey because everybody wants to come here.
honey's everywhere, great living, weather, beaches, no state tax. Very attractive.
Yeah, but the traffic, Magic City, that's what's holding your boy up.
And,
I've seen that traffic in South Florida. Good God.
and when you keep winning, I mean, like let's get another one. Let's get another chip.
Maybe if the Hurricanes win, I'll agree with Magic City
Why?
coming back. Get Miami Hurricane. I might, yeah, this place to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get a lot of brothers who don't normally go to the Panthers house to finally go and check him out. You know, here's a clip of I think Carolina Panthers receiver. I think he's a receiver for the Xavier Leggett at the Canes game when the Panthers were beating them, and he had never been to a hockey game before, and he lost his mind. It's a great experience, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be glad. Hey, you ain't tell me the hockey pucks come flying over here, man. Oh, oh, boy, these folks going crazy, boy. Hey, yeah, they doing that thing. Boy, he got down there clothesline, boy, right in front of me, boy. What's my boy name from OKC with the Braves? Shea Alexander. He right there. He tough. He's right. Hell no. This my first time seeing this, boy. Oh, boy. Oh. God, I got scared of hell.
I'm telling you, man, if you ain't never been, you gotta go. You gotta experience it.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. It's cold as hell now.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Hey, Jeff, here's something for the fans. You talk about Marshawn. He's about my size, about 180, 85 pounds.
Right.
He's one of the small dudes. People don't understand how big, other than the goalies and a couple of these star forwards.
Yeah.
Those guys are big, man. 6'5", 6'4" on skates, 225. And man, when they get those skates on, what they about 6'7"? The dudes are big, man. There's some big guys out there. And they moving.
And it's fast. It's some hitting going on.
Ooh.
You know, like for real. When you hit that glass at breakneck speed, I don't know how they don't have more injuries, but
that puck is moving. What when they hit them slap shots, 100 and something miles an hour? That puck is coming, and it's rock hard.
Yeah. There's nothing like it. I enjoyed it. I haven't been there in a while. Let's see if we can get a ticket for a finals.
Forget it, man. Come on, Jeff.
I got friends.
Okay. You gonna call in your markers?
I know people who know people.
I know folks that know somebody.
Yeah.
There you go. Jeff. You know Miami's a front runner. I love Miami. I went to school there, but South Florida front runners, bro.
Yeah.
When the Heat was running, you couldn't get a ticket to the Heat. When LeBron was there, now the Panthers. That's the hottest ticket going.
Yeah, the hottest ticket going.
It's hot.
So we definitely got to try to get up in there and watch the boys, man. It was great to watch them win, and now we got to do it again against the same team, and I think we will.
Jeff,
I think we will.
Jeff, a little birdie told me the person you gonna call is gonna call somebody, and the tickets you gonna get. Somebody said you're gonna need some binoculars and maybe a Hubble telescope.
Probably
ice.
Well, it'll probably
you're gonna be way
in the press box. That's cool. That's cool. You got some pretty good food up there. So.
Jeff like, that's a foul. That's a foul.
Yeah, I'm that cat that don't really know the game.
That was a foul.
I know, Don't call foul.
Jeff, you be up there so high, you like breathing thing.
Hey man, go Cats, go! When we come back, we're gonna talk hoops, man, because something went on last night in the Knicks and Pacers game that I'm not too cool with. Like, I'm happy the Knicks won, but I'll tell you about it when we come back.
So much work goes into this, you know what the battle.
For the best in your auto transport needs, check out Express Auto Recovery in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Why choose us? We provide nationwide coverage, fast and reliable service, competitive pricing, transport to any freight forwarder or dock of your choice, auction house experience, and we provide excellent customer service. Express Auto Recovery. Call them today. 786-858-0369. That's 786-858-0369. They provide towing services, accident towing, roadside services, tire change, transporting, towing, and they buy junk cars. Cheap prices, licensed and insured, fast and reliable services. Express Auto Recovery. Call them today. 786-858-0369. That's EAR. Express Auto Recovery. Tell them you heard it first on the Jeff Fox Show.
What up, it's the world-famous DJ Ep Saturday Night Ride on LL Cool J Rock the Bells Radio, Sirius XM Channel 43. Now, when I break bells with them legendary artists, when they got that new joint, that exclusive new joint for me to break, I break it on LL Cool J Rock the Bells Radio on the Saturday Night Ride. All right, all you new artists, we want to hear that new stuff too. We break them over here. Yeah, holla at your boy DJ Epps.
They tie it up with only seconds left. Quick inbound across half court. This is to win. It's up. It's
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff, can I address something real quick? There was a comment. Magic City said we need Carson Beck to step up. Before we go into what you saw the Knicks, but SEC been crying last week or two because Miami side committed the #1 player, and then they've been talking about the NIL, Miami using money, and then now they're trying to say Carson Beck can't play. Check this out, Jeff. If Carson Beck had transferred to any other team in the SEC, let's say he went to LSU, let's say he went to Tennessee, who's in need of a quarterback, or Auburn, that team would probably be odds-on favorite to win the SEC. That boy can play. They just mad because he went to the U. Because he came down here.
Yep.
Or let's say Carson Beck went to Alabama, transferred to Alabama. That team would be odds-on favorite, probably be national championship. But now he's at Miami. Oh, he can't play. See, man, the hate. I've been on the SEC game for a long time. Them hate. That's hate. They hate us.
Yeah.
Hate us.
They can't stand us. And that's fuel.
Yeah.
For Miami. Like, that's why I need this team to get back to where they used to be.
Yeah. When the homeboys in South Florida start figuring out what's going on, because I understand it's always new. They've been seeing Alabama winning in Georgia. But I will tell them, brothers, when the Miami Hurricanes is on and they winning, ain't no better place to be than South Florida when the Canes on top, bruh.
Yeah.
You a legend down there. I'm done.
You know what? And you know what? The defense, I think, will be boosted this season because we've got a healthy Ruben Bain.
Yes, sir. Hurricane Bain.
Ruben Bain is a top 20 player in college football, period, of any position.
When he came out of high school, he should have been a 5-star. They try to say his height, but I think part of it because he picked Miami. If he had gone to Alabama or Georgia,
we got all the
5-star.
Yeah.
Ruben Bain.
He's gonna be special this year.
Oh, he gonna be ready.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. So, definitely looking forward to Kane's season. Maybe they'll rise up finally. You know, if Mario doesn't get in his own way.
Mario's learning. He that last year with Cam Ward opened up a lot of stuff. That we say, you know what? Maybe I can just step back and just let this thing, not try to rein it. Let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, Mario's a great recruit. Great recruit.
Yeah.
Game day coach. I've heard a couple of things. You know,
we can't be great at everything.
Yeah.
You can't be great at everything. But get the groceries, baby. You get enough dudes. Nobody care about how good a coach. You get enough dudes.
Yeah. Last night in the NBA, you had a dynamic performance from Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, the first teammates since Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal in 2002 to both score 20 points in each of the first 5 games of a conference finals. And last night, the Knicks ran away with it 111-94. Impressive game by the Knicks, not so much by the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of people thinking that the NBA and I don't believe it's rigged. I don't. Let me say that first. But Tyrese Halliburton looked like he wasn't even trying last night. He was just there. You know what I mean? And the Pacers just wanted to get through the game and go back to Indiana and win it in front of their fans. And if they did that, if indeed that's what happened, it's stupid. Because the Knicks are a pretty good road team. Like, if you can stomp them out, stomp them out. Halliburton took, I think, like 6 or 7 total shots.
They was on him.
What the hell?
Jeff, I'm not going to say this fixed, but if you actually have watched this series, the Knicks should be up.
Should be. They stole. I mean,
they stole them first couple of games. I mean, their two best guys on the Knicks are better than the two best guys. The Knicks have the two best players. If you look at your top two, and then Halliburton would be third, and probably Siakam. But man, when Jalen Brunson wants to play defense like he did last night, and then he shares the ball, they're a better team. And then Big Cat wants to rebound and play big because they're bigger than they are a bigger team than Pacers, but he's been going to the hole a lot more, driving the ball instead of settling for those threes. If they use their size, they can beat the Pacers. And that's why I told somebody, I said, look, Oklahoma City is going to use their size against the Pacers. They played them twice this year, beat them both times. I think SG had 45 one game, 33. They'll beat they have to.
Look at the MVP. That's a great example you gave. He plays like an MVP.
Yes, he does. Halliburton
had a great game. The game in games was game 4. When he went for what, 32,
12 assists, no turnovers, bunch of rebounds. Jeff, where I have my beef, and I argue with guys about this, superstars, they should be able to affect the game even when they're not scoring. And he wasn't scoring last night, but he really wasn't. Did he have like 17 assists?
No.
12 rebounds? No.
6 assists.
6.
He
should still be able to impact the game. And
they didn't even try, bro. They didn't try. They really didn't try to win that game last night.
I think they're putting everything. This is the danger, Jeff, where you're hitting at. To be pushing everything to game 6. Like, I guess because your point, you start watching the second half, they just couldn't get the game under 10 points. I think they got it to 8 or 6 one time. Knicks got it back up to 12, 14, stayed that way to the end of the game. If they're betting on everything in game 6 in Indianapolis, Jeff, and I'm with you, brother, they better come up. They better come up spades. Because if they go back in New York,
the Zebra's not going to let you win if you go back to New York. I'm telling you right now.
That crowd will eat them alive.
Every call will go against you.
That crowd will eat them alive, Jeff.
And Halliburton, after the game, when the game ended, you just got smoked in the Eastern Conference Final game. He looked like, he just hit the lotto. Look at him.
And now the series to game 6.
They're
you smiling for?
He's thinking what you're saying, Jeff. We're going to take him back home.
Well, yeah, what are you smiling for?
Yeah, he was on the bench a lot in that second half. I saw him on the bench. He was smiling. He was talking to his coach. They were down 12. And to your point, Jeff, it just looked like the Pacers kind of packed it in about midway through the fourth quarter, like 8 minutes. Yeah, they packed it in.
I mean, I think when it comes to matchups against OKC, I think their game, because of the pace they play with up and down the court, would probably make a more competitive series against OKC. But I would love to see the Knicks there just for their fans. And I know people hate Knicks fans. People do. But they're different. Knicks fans are different.
I think the Knicks could get a game or two against Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma could sweep Indiana. Sweep them. They like playing fast too. And here's the difference between Oklahoma City and Indianapolis. Oklahoma City is bigger and more athletic. Just look at them position. Look at each position. That 7-3 guy. Who's going to run with him on Indiana? Miles Turner.
I mean, Miles Turner ain't bad, bro. Like
Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
SGA 6'6". Who's going to guard him? Halliburton not no defensive menace.
I disagree. I think the Pacers would give them a better series, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to see OKC.
Yeah.
I want to see New York, man.
Yeah.
You know, Knicks fans, man, they're different. You know.
Well, I went back and just did a little numbers crunching, man. But SGA had 78 points in 2 games against the Pacers. That's averaging 39, baby. Don't sound like the Pacers had an answer for him, Jay.
78 points,
45-33, both wins. They won by like 6 or 7 on the road against Indiana. Then the next time the game was in OKC, they beat him by like 25. He had 45 one game, 33 the next when they played twice. Come on, man. That's 39 a game.
I just think that the Pacers are counting on home court. They're counting on this one game, and they really didn't try last night. And I hate saying this because I never agree with that theory, but they didn't try. They're gambling. You're right.
You can't give one away, Jeff.
You can't
You understand what I'm saying? At this level, you can't give one away, man. You just can't say, you know what? I'm gonna let Jeff have this hand. Bruh. You could twist an ankle. You know what I'm saying? Guy could take a bad step. Hamstring. We've seen it.
Yeah, they'll be fired up. Pat McAfee from ESPN, big Pacers fan, big Indiana guy. Tyrese Halliburton's father is going to be in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think that, you know, things are going to go their way. But you never know.
Jeff.
Never know.
If I'm the Knicks, I'm going to try to keep this game in the 90s.
Yeah.
Make every possession a grind. Grind this. Do not do the Indianapolis 500. Grind. This should look like one of them old Miami Heat Knicks games. Remember? 87, 84.
That ain't the NBA no more.
Man, that's what I would do with the Pacers. I grind this thing to a halt if I'm the Knicks and I play big boy ball, bully ball, and then get it back to New York.
Magic City's giving me a hard time because I want the Knicks to win. Because I don't want to see a small market NBA final.
Who cares about their fans?
I don't want to see small market NBA finals. You know? Like, if the Pacers win the next game, am I really looking forward to the NBA Finals?
Because right now the Knicks are the only. Well, they were only one out of 4 teams: Minnesota, Oklahoma.
Who's from the Jackson 5 are from Gary, Indiana? Who else is from Indiana? Like, what celebrities are gonna come to the game? Like
David Letterman.
Is he from Indiana?
Yeah.
Is he really?
he went to Ball State.
Oh my God. Ball State is in Indiana?
Yeah, Muncie, Indiana. Yep. Ball State. I'm trying to think who up in Indiana might go there.
I know, but I know when the Knicks fans come to Indiana, they're always ready for it, you know?
Indianapolis, Indiana. We got some big wigs from the big city in the building. Spike Lee is here. Ben Stiller is here. Timothy Chalamet is here. Let's send these sons of bitches back to New York with their ears ringing. Let's turn this shit on!
Hey.
Yeah, I like
Jay, that was Pat McAfee, but let me tell you who's from Indiana. And this is Magic City, and Rodney might know this. One of the greatest basketball players ever. He started the triple double. He's from Indianapolis.
Oscar Robertson?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir. Crispus Attucks High School.
Wow.
The Big O.
Big O, yeah.
He went to University of Cincinnati and got national championships there. Oscar Robertson from Indianapolis. The Big O.
Well, I mean, none of that is going to help them if they mess around.
That's the Big O can't help.
They mess around and lose the next game. They better win. They better win.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to the NBA Finals. By the way, congrats to the Thunder, right? Congrats.
Oh, yeah.
They have won
80 games.
80 games.
80
this season.
18. They are 80 and 18.
Okay. Thought it was 19, but I'll take your word for it.
Now, they lost 14 during the regular season. They lost 3 to Denver, and they lost 1 to Minnesota.
Yeah.
18.
Holy crap. I mean, that's a hell of a winning percentage.
That's an over 800 winning percentage. Ooh.
And teams that finish with that high of a winning percentage normally win the championship.
Yeah. Jeff, if I was a betting man and they play the Knicks or the Pacers and Oklahoma City has that winning percentage, isn't that 4 out of 5? Isn't that 4 to 1?
Just
Isn't that a 4 to 1 series? Yeah.
Just about. If they don't get swept.
Yeah.
And I watched OKC against Minnesota. What they do, they just humbled them.
Ooh.
Remember Ant-Man after they beat the Lakers, walking around LA talking big shit with his chest out?
Yeah.
You know, like he the man, I'm the new face of the NBA. What do they say? Lakers in 5, blah, 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 blah. He looked humbled.
Great matchup against the Lakers. He looked tired against Oklahoma City. They kept throwing them tall dudes at him. It took a couple of games because that's what happens in a series. It's just body blows. You know, that's what a series does, man. So he looked good first couple of games. Game 4 and 5, he looked tired as me. Trying to pick up. He was done.
Yeah.
He was done. What do you have? 17 points?
19.
18? You can't be a superstar. 19. He had like 8 shot attempts one game. Him and Julius Randle, they combined for like 19 points in game. It's crazy. Game 4.
Yeah, I mean, it was a mismatch. It really was, and I didn't expect that. You know, after they whooped my Lakers, I was like, okay, Ant-Man about to be the face of the league. You know, he's got more of a personality than SGA, and he's American. So, you know, you think, okay, they put some money behind this guy, but nah.
You can't come up with 17 points, man. Jay Fox.
Mm-hmm.
They were down 30 points at halftime in a closeout.
I couldn't believe it.
Down 30 points at halftime. Oklahoma City was just parading from this third quarter on, man. It just closeout game.
Who plays the passing lanes? Who steals the ball more? Who forces more turnovers than OKC? Like
they're one.
They play defense like there's 8 of them on the court.
Yeah. I think Magic City said it, or Rodney said it, that they have a historical defense. I think we said a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You combine that with an offense, and then what happens is that when Oklahoma City is not really scoring the ball, Jeff, they're going to defend.
Right.
And to your point, they make their offense off their defense, because you saw every time Minnesota turned the ball over,
they were scoring.
You cannot be careless with the ball against OKC.
Yeah. So, is it all academic? It doesn't matter who wins the East. They're going to be chopped liver.
They're chopped liver.
Yeah.
Jeff, I love you, boy, but Jeff, if you had to put some money, say they're holding your kid, they say, hey, look, you got to get this right, or we're not giving your child back. OKC against either the winner of
not even a question, man.
You got to put everything on OKC to get your kid back. No.
Not even a question. Not even a question. They're just not sexy to me.
I know.
You know what I mean? It wasn't you that said they remind you of the Spurs.
I heard that. Someone said they look like the Spurs, old Spurs team with Duncan, where they they knew Tim Duncan was the guy, and everybody, just like they know SGA is the guy.
Yeah.
Do you know he's only 26?
Yeah, they could be around for a while. They can be around for a while. And what's interesting about this is we are watching the changing of the guard.
No doubt.
In the NBA.
No doubt.
Out with the old, in with the new.
I got something for you, Jeff, and this for our fans too watching. Did you know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the last 3 years has averaged over 30 points per game, the last 3 seasons? And he's 30, 31, 32 the last 3 years. And Jeff, he's a 50% field goal. He shoots at 50%. He's like 85 from the foul line. This dude is easily one of the top 7 players in the world. I know we don't want to give it to him, but look at his numbers.
Well, here's what winning championships does.
Yeah.
It ends arguments. It ends
Yes,
arguments.
it does. Yes, it does.
Ends arguments.
Yeah.
Once they complete the job and they get this chip,
he's in there.
Nothing.
You got to put him in there.
Nothing anybody can say.
50% from the field.
Yeah.
He's a 50% field goal shooter. I didn't know they was that good. I was like, damn, 33 years in a row, he's averaged over 30?
Yeah, some other guy did that. Some bald-headed.
Yeah.
I think he played.
Or light blue.
I think
Michael Jackson?
Jordan. Yeah. That guy, he did that. And Shai is in his company. Yeah. And you can call him an all-time great right now.
Mm-hmm. That's why make sure lightning. I called him. I don't want to shit on lightning hit me. I'm gonna call him Jackson.
Yeah, he's right there.
They win this title. Jeff,
validation, bro. That's what that is.
Jeff, Jeff, I'm with you. I love big time teams too and stars. But when you look at how this Oklahoma City team is constructed, I'm just looking at it. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight, but man, they're young. And they got, those guys are good. That threesome they got is good, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, again, you know, there are people like when you watch the guys on TNT, whenever Charles and Shaq get into it, or Kenny Smith, they always end the argument. You got one of those? You got one of those?
Yeah. Charles get quiet, boy. They keep rubbing him.
You can always throw it up. Like that ends all arguments.
You got no ring, sir.
And Michael Jordan, you know, granted, we shouldn't be talking about him as much either, but we still talk about him because he's got 6 of them and 6 MVPs in 15 years, right? Was it 15 years?
He went to 6 finals. He was 6 finals, and he was 6-0.
6-0.
6-0. The MVP every one.
You know, I think I'm gonna make an announcement today on the show.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think and I've done this before.
Okay.
And I know they're gonna kill me for it.
Hold on, let me take my hat off. Okay. You gonna make an announcement? Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready.
When you look at Michael Jordan's numbers, did I just say that rings are validations?
You did.
All arguments.
You did.
I will never argue that anyone else is a greater player than Michael Jordan again. I will never say that. I will never say Kobe's better, LeBron's better. I will never say anyone's better than MJ ever again.
It is 12 p.m.
Yeah.
May 30th. Oh, it's my son's birthday. Happy birthday, Justin.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
And Jeff Fox just said at
Yep.
12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
Yep.
he will not,
Never.
I repeat, never question the greatness
Of Michael Jordan.
as
Ever.
being the greatest.
You can't do it. And Stephen A was just like, he was talking till he was blue in the face, bro. Telling me, and I was arguing with him, that LeBron's going to be better than Michael when it comes down to it. And he just wouldn't listen. He refused to listen. And now when we bring up the fact that a ring is the thing, and he went 6 for 6 and won the MVP every single time. That's pretty impressive, man. Like, I know other people have more rings. But damn it, he's got to be the greatest.
Yeah.
He's got to be.
And Jeff, on May 30th, I'm going to sit here too. LeBron in this generation is my favorite player. But if you had me, like the scenario, you had my child,
Right.
and you weren't going to give him up, and I needed somebody to win a basketball game, LeBron James or Michael Jordan in their prime. And my child, me getting my kid back was on I'm going with Air Jordan.
Every time.
He going, because that's a killer. That is an assassin. He's going to get my child back. I love LeBron, and LeBron might be killer elite, but Michael Jordan, straight assassin.
What is
assassin? He will get your child back.
What year did Jordan quit? Like, finally, like, Washington was that like 98? 98, 2000?
Yeah, around Y2K.
Like, why we're still talking about this dude? Because we're still talking about him.
I know, that bald head rascal. All you gotta do is go back and see some film. I keep trying to tell my son, I said, son, again, I know how you guys love Steph and you love KD and you love LeBron. And I say LeBron's career is going to probably be the greatest career. But when you talk about player, Michael,
I've never heard
a force of nature, man.
Yeah, I've never heard players, in the league talk about another player the way they talk about MJ.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard Allen Iverson talk about the first time he played him? He thought Jordan was Jesus. Like, oh my God.
He said he couldn't get past him. He was floating. LeBron said the same thing too. He came in the room like he was hovering.
It's like, it's Michael Jordan. Oh my God. He crossed him up still, but he crossed MJ up, but still, you couldn't believe it.
Do you remember any fans ever booing him, opposing fans? It's like the fans were scared. Don't get them mad.
Yeah.
Just we polite clap for him, but it's like he took everything personal. Like he go to Utah, and if, hey Jordan, you stink. What?
Look at the Hall of Famers that Michael Jordan denied championships, and that will tell you how great he is. Charles Barkley being one of them, Patrick Ewing being another. Look at the greatness.
Yeah.
That he stopped. Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Does not have a championship because
he stopped all them guys. He stopped Drexler. He stopped Pat Ewing. He stopped some dudes.
Karl Malone.
Barkley. He stopped some dudes. They had to go against him.
Sean Kemp. Look
they had to go against him. Yeah. Rain Man, the glove. Yeah, man, he stopped them.
He was selfish.
Brad Doherty, the dudes at Cleveland, Mark Price, they had some great stop them. Jeff, go sometimes watch what Kevin Garnett says about Jordan. I
saw that.
He was playing with the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Ryder, who was guarding him, he took Isaiah Ryder told Jordan, "Hey man, don't pay him any attention. He young." he said he told Garnett, "Shh, man, you ain't guarding him. I am."
You're killing him, and you're killing him.
He said,
Kevin Garnett, young Kevin Garnett telling Isaiah,
"You killing him, man. Bust his butt. You killing him." You like, shh, man.
MJ, shut up.
He said, Garnett said, we went back to the bench. In 10 minutes, we were down 15. He told, my bad. He said, I never said anything ever again.
Hilarious clip. Hilarious.
I love that clip.
Real, man. Hey, man, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, Jenny will be with us. We're not sure because she's on jury duty. And she ain't too sure when she'll be back. But
Jeff, before we go, who you got Saturday night? You got the Pacers. You think this is going to go 7 or you think it's going to end?
It's going to go 7. It's going to go 7.
I think it's going to end.
Yeah, I think it's going to end 7.
Yeah, I think Halliburton's going to come back with his dad there. He's going to go for 28.
Yeah. And again, if he goes for 28 Saturday, he tried. He didn't try last night. And that's why I hope the Knicks win. Because if you can beat a team, beat them. Don't do it because, I'm going to let them win tonight and we'll go back home and win it in front of our fans. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to twist an ankle. You don't know what's going to happen. And the Pacers didn't try. And I agree with the people who were on social media last night calling out the game, saying it's rigged, saying this game was already the Knicks game before it even started. The Pacers didn't try.
No, I won't. It wasn't rigged. I think they saw the Knicks wanted it more early, and would they come out with a like big lead at the first half? I think teams do this, man. They let's don't put it all out tonight. Let's see, can we beat them with our B game, C game? And they just they sit on the sideline. They could be eating some hot dogs. That's what they do, Jeff. I know we're from an old school, but some of the young guys, they're like, we'll get them next game.
Yeah. Magic City says Jenny might be on the Diddy trial.
With the Punisher?
Yeah, that will never end.
I love that clip you had. Man, the Punisher, that's me. What did I do?
Yeah, flies, man. Hilarious. Hey, man, everybody have a great weekend. I got to go pick up my ride from the mechanic shop. Who knows when that's going to be ready.
Man, go get your whip, baby.
I need to go and stand over him. Right there in Oberlocker. Just give him the eye. Come on. I told him, I said, listen, man, I run a podcast. I can give you some love. If you show me some love, transmission issue.
Yeah. All you got to do is get all your guys to subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Got me rolling like Fred Flintstone. Remember that car, Fred?
The feet.
Hey, man. Be out of here, man.
Jeff, it's all good, baby. Everybody be safe out there. Peace.
All right. Y'all be good, man. Take a look at this NBA clip about greatness as we get out of here. Peace.
Everyday hustle like William. Yeah. Everyday hustle like William. I'm charging the chicken just for the verse. Yeah. I get in that kitchen, I could go to work. I go berserk. Yeah. Go out and get it, secure the city, can't sing like the Titanic. I know the power of $1 told 50 rounds at least. She know I get money, she know. boys out up, let's go. Just like double O. Stay down with me or let me go.
The Jeff Fox Show, brought to you by Remix Sports Media.